This is un petit olympique show, and that is all of the French that I know. I'm not even sure that I got that right. The opening ceremonies were today, which means that the 2024 Paris Games are officially underway. If you missed the opening ceremonies, imagine the Macy's Day Parade, complete with Mike Tirico narration, but boats instead of floats, and way longer, and a whole lot wetter. I'm dressed like a member of the French delegation if their outfits were designed by The Gap instead of Louis Vuitton to bring you some important things that you should know before action really gets started tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Or at the very least, bring you 2 to 3 talking points for your sportiest coworker come Monday. The first thing that you should know is that the 2024 Games are going to be the very first to have complete gender parity. For those of you who were sent this video by someone else, that means the same number of competitors across the men's and women's category. This is also going to be a Games that boasts more than 140 out LGBTQ plus athletes, including a number of non-binary athletes. And that's because you can't win a championship without gays on your team. That's science. Megan Rapinoe, K-Lou. And another thing that you should be aware of is a developing story, which spans 3 Olympic Games, and that is the feud between the US and the World Anti-Doping Agency over 23 Chinese swimmers who failed an anti-doping test, that's officially how it's phrased, before the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. The WADA was aware of their results and allowed the swimmers to compete anyway, where 3 of them went on to win gold and several of them are going to be competing now in Paris. The U.S. accused WADA of favoring China, and the U.S. Department of Justice opened an investigation into the incident, a fact-finding mission to find things like the agency used to be run by a man whose name was Dick Pound. That feels pertinent. And that's not even a joke. That's just what a man whose name is Richard Pound decided to go by. Tensions are high, and IOC officials actually attacked U.S. officials during an open session in Salt Lake City where the Mormon capital was awarded the 2034 Winter Games. Not without condition, though, because the IOC stipulated that should the U.S. escalate their claims, then the IOC reserves the right to revoke 2034. Mormons everywhere, and Mitt Romney will be devastated. For all your women's sports needs, stick with we.